Eyup FretHeads. This is a great hand-to-eye coordination exercise that I call the dot burn. What happens when you're a beginner and when you learn to read tabs, it trains you to count up from the head note. So the head note is the 0 fret, this is fret 1, 2, 3, etc. This exercise is about developing accuracy on the fretboard when you move between notes. I call it the dot burn because it leverages the dots on the neck. The dots are there for a reason. They're there to help you to find your bearings and give you landmarks when you move up and down the fretboard. They're not just there for decoration. And I should mention, some guitars, like classical or nylon string guitars, might not actually have any dots, making this exercise a little bit difficult. I would say that stickers can be useful when you're starting out to help you to mark where the frets are, and I've even been known to use a bit of the old Tipex tape here. But if your guitar actually has dots on the side today, then that's what we're going to use. So let's look at the dots and gather some information. You can see that the first dot, 1, 2, 3, is on the 3rd fret. The second dot is on the 5th fret. The 3rd dot is on the 7th fret. And the 4th dot is on the 9th fret there. Now further up, what we get is a double dot there, and there's a reason that that's different, and I'll get to that in a linked video at the end of this lesson. And like I say, these dots are landmarks. They help you to navigate your way up and down the neck. And I kind of think of it like if you move to a new area, and if I wanted to direct someone to the nearest coffee shop, I wouldn't say count and walk 47 steps from your front door. I'd say it's across from the school or next to the barber's. That's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to do this super useful exercise so that you can move confidently around the guitar neck. So what I want you to do is put your first finger, one finger on the 1st fret with the dot, and that's the 3rd fret there. So just put your finger on there. Now you should be looking down the side of the neck and at the dots, and we want to build good habits here. So make sure when you fret a note, your finger is right up to the fret wire in the sweet spot, not right at the back of the fret. Let's get that built in there as well at the same time. Now this is important because you're programming your hands. This is brain activation. You're teaching your hands where to land so that when you move, they arrive in the correct position every time. Here's what I want you to do. Just follow me. Move to the fret that I say out loud. These are the frets with the dots. So we have 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, that was pretty simple. Just following those dots and remembering that that's fret 3, fret 5, fret 7, fret 9. Now it's easy to remember because these are odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now the key to this exercise is to look at the target before you move. If you were throwing a dart at a dartboard, you'd look at the dartboard first, then throw the dart. You wouldn't look at the tip of the dart, throw it, miss, and then blame the dart. We've got the same thing here. So if I'm going to the 5th fret from the 3rd fret, I look at the 5th fret and then I move. 7th fret, look first, then move. 9th fret, look first, then move. If you don't look first, you'll overshoot and undershoot. And if you hit a wrong note, it sounds bad. And if it sounds bad, you feel bad. Then doubt creeps in, and doubt is the killer. Okay, so I want you to follow me again. Look at the fret before you move. 3, 5, 7, 9. Back to 7. Back to 5. Back to 3. To 5. To 7. To 9. So now I'm going to call these numbers out. I'll start slow. Ready? Fret 3. Fret 5. Fret 7. Fret 9, fret 7, fret 5, fret 3, fret 5, fret 7, fret 3, fret 7, fret 5, fret 9. So as you can see, we're targeting those dots, but we're also getting used to building big leaps in between them. So we're not always just following the dots, we're moving in bigger movements. So I can go from fret 9 to fret 3, fret 9 to fret 3, but look before you go. So take your time and do it slowly. Say it as you play it. Fret 3, fret 5, fret 9, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 9, 7, 5, 3. If you didn't get that, rewind and do it again. That's the beauty of YouTube videos. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the dots to find non-dot frets. It's relative positioning. So here's the next one. Let's stick with what we've already got so far. 5, 3, 5, 6, 7. Did you see what happened there? Did you notice? Because I knew that was 5, I knew 6 would be here. Because I knew this was 7, I knew that 6 would be here also. So that's what we're doing. We're using the dots to show us the positions with no dots. Because that's why the dots exist. There's no dot on 6, but we use the relative position of 7 to find it. Hopefully that makes sense. It's like finding the coffee shop because you know it's next to the barber's. Let's do another one. Follow me. Take a deep breath in. Remember to breathe. Remember to look before you move. Let's do this one. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. Do you see what happened there? Let's keep going. 9, 7, 9, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 4, 5, 3. Do you see what was going on there? Let's keep going. 9, 5, 7, 3, 9, 10, 12. Remember, 12 is the double dots. That's much easier than counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Counting is slow, it's laborious. This is why your dots are here. And this exercise will save you a ton of time in the long run. If you found this video useful, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to learn more about how to conquer your fretboard, then watch this video here.